What is up, everybody? Let's get to it. We want to know, and I know you want to know, what is going on with eFootball. I'm seeing it all over. That's how I know you want to know, right? There's good and then there's bad. And I'm going to show you, shout out to, we had a member, or actually just a fan of the channel, give us a really cool idea for out wide. I'm gonna show you guys here shortly. But here's the thing: there's a lot of good stuff in this game, a lot of bad right now. But what I'm noticing is, for whatever reason, whenever they made these changes, Konami, to make the defense more manual, which is great, they messed with the ability to make tackles. Like there's something missing when you get into certain positions to make tackles. So what he said can't really work. I'll tell you guys here what he told me shortly for offense. But so whenever you go to make tackles right now, your players are missing certain situations where they normally would have won the ball. That's one of the biggest things I'm noticing. And without a doubt, the rap players have already been taking advantage of this. Then, of course, like you have the server issue stuff, but my biggest thing I've been dealing with is what I call like this fast forward freeze. So I don't know if you guys have been having it, but the eFootball sign comes up in the middle, and then it's like the opponent quit, but then all of a sudden the game comes back, and it fast forwards, and it's been going for like 3 minutes. Obviously, many times you're going to get screwed. The opponent can score like this, but the missing the tackles thing is a big time killer because what I'm noticing is players are always going to look for exploits anywhere they go. And the exploit right now is run through defenders not around them. Then, of course, if there's any delay at all, especially with this overload and the amount of pressure you have on you, you have players kicking the ball anywhere and everywhere, just pinballing it. Even if it goes to you, which you should be rewarded, you're actually punished because these players who can't pass to save their lives kick it into you, they run full speed before you can get the ball off your foot, then they're through on goal. Lost the game yesterday. The guy had a full Juventus team. I'm thinking this guy's going to be a player. There's no way he created this team and he doesn't know what he's doing. And the dude is one of the biggest trash cans I ever played against. He was down 1-0. I earned a goal. He goes and does that. So I'm noticing these things. But is Konami going to notice these things and change them? Because for me, the fix is whatever the tackle radius is messed up. Like the defender's missing those tackles. It was this guy, right? So beat him. It was this guy, up 1-0, destroying him. He didn't have a shot until the second half, and that's what he did. He went single red line, kicked the ball into me, run into me. Biggest loser, one of the biggest losers ever. I was playing loser after loser. And does it really matter as far as like, nobody thinks these guys are good or anything like that, but it matters because it ruins the experience for everyone. So I want to just make sure to touch on this before we start playing. Konami has to come in and fix that tackle radius though, because that's a mistake. If you guys go back after my live, I went back and reviewed some of those situations where I was like, what happened there? And sometimes when you look back, you're like, oh, I made a mistake. Here's what happened, right? But I'm going back and watching, guys. The defenders are there to win the ball. Their feet, sometimes the ball's even going through their feet. And if it's not going through their feet, they're right there. They're just not extending. So the biggest things I'm seeing from the rap players is they recognize this. So now they're trying to sprint through you, not around you. The overload players are just trying to take advantage of press and a little bit of delay. They just hold X, hold R1, and then download or overload all your teams in such a small space. It works a lot. The goalkeepers are crazy good now, which helps out the ratty players too, because it just keeps them in the games where they should have been out of it. It gives them more of an opportunity to get that 1 or 2 shots to win games. But you're going to face players like this. That's the shitty part. But like I said yesterday, I've been through 2 games that got ruined by this, and it's always twofold. It's the developers and their lack of doing anything about this bullshit, probably thinking, oh, we're making money, we're fine. But not realizing that players all get sick of this and eventually just roll out. They just roll out. right? And if you want to see what the consequences of that are, look at goals, failing miserably, because as Kurt said, the developers listen to this one small group of players, and I know exactly who they are, actually showed how bad the goals gameplay was yesterday, still dealing with kickoff glitches and all this shit, and you're talking about quote-unquote pro players over there. They're trying to make a pro scene, and it's games full of kickoff glitches. Everyone's just complaining the whole time. No one's enjoying the game. There's nobody playing that game. And that's what you get. Same with UFL. So if you think just because Konami and FC have been around forever, look at FC. Compared to how popular and big they normally are, they have crashed miserably because they let these things go. And so you're always going to have these rat losers. They're not going to go anywhere. They know they're bad at the game, so they're going to always find exploits. So the bad dance partners, unfortunately, they're going to be there. We just got to hope that one day Konami addresses this, and the people that we can lean on for it are the people with the biggest microphones. Manessa and Dominator, all these guys, but thank goodness we have Nick and Inception, because no offense to the typical eFootball guys, but just like the community, as amazing as they are, they don't have enough passion. They let things go. Don't worry about it. Just let it go, man. Don't worry about them. Just don't even think about it. You gotta think about it. You gotta worry about it. So when Nick's going fucking crazy, Konami, I can't move, right? And he's coining these terms, and this shit's getting spread viral like crazy. And then Inception makes a video, why I love eFootball, and then it ends up being such a, like it turns into a blast fest, because as much as he loves the game, he finally experiences the terrible server issues on top of the rats. This fucking game's just as bad as FC. Look at this shit. Konami, you are dog shit. You're just like EA Sport. So, and it's like, that's what you feel in this game. But to finally have big creators playing that have the balls to speak like how I'm speaking right now is huge. Because no offense, but let's call it how it is. Dominator, great guy, super nice guy. You're never going to get, you can't even picture it. I love Indominator, but I can't even picture it. Konami, wake the fuck up. Are you ever going to do anything? You make all this money and you sit there in Japan, rich as hell, taking our money, but you can't fix this. You can't fix it. Like, they just don't have that passion. So luckily we have Nick and Inception until hopefully they don't decide to just walk out ever. But the last thing I want to say is, for those people who watch these top guys and then say, okay, we'll win like them. Well, guess what? Those guys are the 1% of the 1%. If they dedicated hardcore and wanted to sit there and super cancel all day like Jay Victor, but they don't need to. They make too much money playing regular. They can have fun, enjoy good football, win a lot of games still, and not compete in the pro shit where it's super intense and all test cancels and the realism gets taken away. They don't have to do all that. They can just play beautiful football. They're beasts on the sticks. Let these other guys go compete for crumbs compared to what they're... But at least we're lucky that Nick and these guys have, and I don't care, he's huge. He's a member of the community, which is awesome. Just the fact that he finds value in the content enough to be a member of, our community. It really is our community, because you guys are the ones on Discord all day. You guys are the ones who are keeping this thing alive. You guys are the ones that really represent. And the fact that that he finds value, it means I'm doing something right, because that's who I get inspired by. Someone who has millions of dollars off this game that could literally just have fun, not worry about any of the bullshit. He's on live right now, by the way. Not worry about any of the bullshit. He might have ended it. Let's see. Nope. And he still has passion. Just think about that, guys. He makes millions and millions. Well, I don't know about millions and millions, but he makes at least millions. 100% he makes millions. 100% he makes millions. If you don't think so, you go look at all the work he does, the sponsorships, all that. And without a doubt, he's accumulated that off of football games, guys. That's incredible. He could literally just kick back and chill and just keep getting more and more subscribers and shit. I heard him on the other day. I got 700 new subscribers. And why that's so impressive is because all these other guys who aren't even near as big as him, but are still big for eFootball, they don't even have the same passion for Nick And Nick doesn't need to have it. He could just say, fuck it. I make so much money, who cares? And that's what's killing us with Konami. You don't think if all these big guys with their microphones, aka their voice and the amount of people that watch them, you don't think if they all had the passion that Nick and Inception did, Konami wouldn't listen? Everyone's always like, well, why should we care? Because Konami doesn't care. Why should we speak up? Guys, closed mouths are never going to get fed. If all these big guys speak up and then we do it too, and all you see around the entire football, like eFootball is getting tagged nonstop, these creators, us, and you see everyone speaking up against the bullshit. I mean, Nick has been the one that famous, like, everyone hates Capello in real life because of Nick. You know? How many people, when they think Capello, automatically think Nick going up against Long Ball Rats? And that's who I went up against yesterday nonstop. If everyone spreads that, that's going to get to Konami. And they're going to realize this is terrible publicity. We got to fix X, Y, and Z. So that's why I talk about this. That's why I take the time, because these other creators, for some reason, at eFootball, I guess they just don't have that passion to try to like do everything they can to do it. Because talking calmly like, oh well, I mean, I guess it's okay. We'll just accept it. It's not the way you're going to get shit fixed. That's not clippable. That's not going to go viral. That's not going to get tons of people fired up to be speaking up the same way. So we're going to grind today, right? But the biggest thing that you guys have to understand is at least you guys know it's not like this stuff doesn't exist. That's what I hate the worst about creators, when you'll see the 1% of the 1% guys with dedicated internet to streaming and to their game that can... I'm going to show you this number one player in the world right now. The dude plays on two bars in the Middle East, and he has perfect connection. Perfect connection. And the fact that, like, people will see these streams and see people, like, you know, in this situation, and they'll think, like, what's wrong with me? I suck. Or they'll be dealing with all the bullshit, but certain creators just ignore that part of it because, oh, that's negative. I don't want to... But then you got people on stream that are going, man, I suck, or man, you know, this game just isn't for me. These guys are having a great time. Well, no, they're not all the time. But it's got to be shared, because otherwise you give this false sense. It's almost like you see people's social media and the people who just put up the glamorous photos and always looking their best and all the good stuff, but then it's fake because they're going through trials and tribulations too, but they never share it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I hate about some of the creators. So I'm going to show you, like, of course these guys are going to have a better time than you. I hope I can find this guy. Usually he pops up. But when you see this gameplay, of course they're going to have it much better than you. Man, he's got to pop up. He used to pop up non-stop. Now I'm scrolling like crazy. I can't find him. But it's crazy when you see this once I can find it. It's literally... Guys, I shared a video with him. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? It's Middle Eastern. It's like Saudi Arabia or Kuwait, somewhere. But you'll be able to see right away, like, of course, he has an amazing gameplay. Let's see if I can find it. Number one ranked. No, this isn't it. Man. See if anybody's got any name suggestions here. Yeah, we're still definitely the best game in the world, without a doubt, football-wise. But it's not like the game can just not improve and just keep letting some of this stuff go. That's for sure. I can't find the dude. It's like he got wiped out or something. He was popping up non-stop. Would it be Saudi Arabia? Man, I can't find it. Oh well. But anyway, he plays on 2 bars. His opponents are on 2 bars. and he plays on 2 bars. His opponent's on 2 bars, and no matter what, he still just has great gameplay. And someone was talking about that yesterday. It's just how it goes. But here's what we're going to try. On offense, if we do this, I don't want to mess up my... So he said to try this. He said it really helps with taking care of the press. Man, this is where Dumfries would be nice, though, instead of... But he said put him on anchoring, too. So let's go get Marcelo from reserves because he got a red card. We're going to try it out. Boom, boom, boom. See how this works. Picasso, what's up, buddy? Konami hates me because I speak the truth about this game on my streams. Play nothing but Spanish players when I live in Texas, and they all play 2 bars but move. Yeah, it's crazy, Picasso. What's up, Example? How are you? Yeah, it needs to be done, especially from the big guys, especially from the really, really big guys. Now, trust me, I get it. When I'm sitting here going, piece of shit, fucking loser, piece of shit, failures. Of course. Does it need to be as far as that? No, but that's how upset I am because I can't understand why these players waste their time to do it. Whether they're trolls and they hear you go off on something and then they just want to see you mad, which is crazy to think about. There's people wasting their time in their lives to do that. I mean, that's the biggest loser, failure thing I've ever seen. And so I call it out. But I get that, like, okay, you're drawing it out. You call them a piece of shit 100 times, failure 4, and a loser 62 times in 5 minutes. You know, like, I get that part. But raw emotion's raw emotion. It's just how you react. But it doesn't change the fact that it's true. And it's not a good sign when games start attracting those players. Right? I think everyone can notice we're getting more and more of these rats. And so what needs to happen, we need to get a game that doesn't attract those types of players. We want them to go play UFL or FC or goals. Let them go play that shit. So let's see if this helps us out, because one of the biggest issues I'm seeing, whether people are playing overload or quick counter, is they'll hope for some delay, they'll kick it at you and run into you and kick the ball forward. When I lost to that Juventus guy, I mean, the dude was the biggest loser. He gets his ass kicked, and so... I've never seen anything so direct. He just literally kicked the ball forward, ran into you. Kicked the ball forward, ran into you over and over, and he ended up getting 2 goals from it. Here I am working my ass off to get goals. I had about 20 shots. His keeper's saving them sometimes. Sometimes they're getting blocked, but this motherfucker just comes down, runs into me. Now, could I respond back and do that? Yeah. Is that going to be fun? Absolutely not. You guys will be bored. I'll end up hating this game because it's not the beautiful football. So as mad as I get that they can do it, at the end of the day, I'm not going to do what they're doing. Hell no. So let's try this out on offense. Defense, offense. All I did was move my wing backs to wing midfielders. Okay, and then let's see. Do I want to do that? I don't want to do that for quick counter. Quick counter, I'm going to keep it as is, just out wide. I like this idea because it gives you that better opportunity to switch. Your wing midfield wing backs automatically open up, and now you can play the ball. Some shitty people. Every game of competition will attract some shitty people. I play some other games like Siege in the final. People rage, cheat. Yeah. Yeah, I don't play crossplay either. I was playing it, and then in tournaments, obviously, I'll have it so people from different... And then, like, I know some good people from each level, but for some reason, I didn't get the explanation, but whenever it's off, it's like there's something going on there. Sorry, I'm reading something. But yeah, so with that being said, let's start grinding. We're going to see how this works, get into the games. But yeah, even though those guys don't matter, I don't know why. Like, I can't say that there's rats in everything, but whenever I have crossplay off, maybe crossplay on just ensures, it just funnels it down a little bit more from some of these rats or trolls that could be watching. I don't know. Someone just told me to do it one time, like, you got to turn crossplay off, bro. And then as soon as I did, the games just got better. For example, says I play Constable with KBM in lobbies. Huh. What's up, Simple? How are you? Yeah, that's what motivated me to really get on today, though, is to kind of showcase it, because I hate, I love sharing the content and all the stuff you guys can work on to improve. But if we don't showcase the issues, too, and players are there working their butts off on certain things, they're going to feel like they're going mad, But, of course, we're up against Overload, Type Mark, Suarez, and Ronaldo. Let's see what we got. Type Mark, Suarez, Ronaldo. All right, go to the sub tactic, do the same. Type Mark, Suarez, Type Mark, Suarez, Ronaldo. All right, now, he said to do anchoring, but I'm not going to do anchoring. I'm going to keep him. Appreciate you, man. Picasso, I appreciate that. That's what it's all about. That's what I want to do, is help you guys improve for sure. Oh, no, hold on. That's good to know with Yamal, Mecha. Whoa, not attack. Wait. Yeah, attack. I wanted that. Okay, good. I'm fine with that. Wait. What just happened? Okay, there we go. There we go. Did you guys see that delay? What the fuck? That delay is crazy. And even like when it showed up for my substitutes, Yamal, but Messi still. Okay. Let's give this a go. So that's attack. That's defense. I like how it's looking, honest to God. Let's test it out. Yeah, I know, Picasso. I remember your name and shit. I love it. Trust me, I love it, man. Thank you for your support. All your guys' support means the world. So I try to be as brutally honest as possible. Even if it may hurt with views and this and that, I'd rather be honest and show the game for what it is and mislead you guys. Which there's plenty of creators that do that, and it drives me nuts. These black kits are sick. Dude, the J-League has the best kits in the game. Simply because the other ones don't have licenses. So they got some really... These black, yellow, and gray kits are sick. Beautiful football. See, like right there, there ain't no way. There ain't no way that's happening. Good. Good. Look at the back post. Oh, that would have been nasty. Good run. Hullet's always making those runs. Gotta love it. Now he's going to think I'm going for all crosses. But little does he know. Look at that setup, bro. It does kind of look nasty, dude. Then they recover right away. Look. Bink. 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 Defensive on Mecha. Defensive on Mecha. Alright, here we go. Appreciate an example. No other creator grinds like me, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I'm trying, man. That's how I was as a player too. I'm never like necessarily the most gifted, but when I care about something, I'm all in. When people ask like why I create a ton, and that's the main reason why is because people need help with all those areas, bro. Oh, here it is. There ain't no way. How did he win that? These auto interceptions too are killing me. Look at that. Not a chance. Kick and run, buddy. And then we got the width. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Why is the finishing so bad? Dude, the finishing, I got to figure out what's up. We're just playing beautiful. This is what happened yesterday too. Just beautiful football. And the finishing's been horrendous. Look at this, guys. Oh, come on. I can't wait for Eto, I know. Guys, what's up with that? That should be a goal all day from Ronaldinho, guys. How is that not a goal? I mean, he didn't move his keeper. Yes. Ryan. Oh my God, then more delay. Beautiful. Oh, one time it. Now I know what to do, though. Yes, you're in. You're in, Messi. There it is. How do I not get to it? Bro, it's so silly. When I'm pressing the shoot button, I'm in a perfect spot, and then by the time he shoots it, I'm off balance. Look at this bullshit, bro. He ain't even playing football. He don't even know about playing football. Yes. That's football, boys. Guys, play my out wide tactics. The only thing I've changed, and you guys get the scoop from being on this live, is on offense. Shout out to I'm gonna look up your name after this. Don't worry, buddy. But he commented on it. He's like, this was what he suggested. The only difference was instead of overlapping right back and then fullback finisher, I make him left and right mids on offense. Brilliant idea. And he's just trying to counter me, thinking he can get something. Bullshitting and getting shit. Look at how he's playing, bro. Total just loser. That's your answer for my fucking setup? That's not even a game plan for me. That's just rat shit. That's not even a game plan for what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's just not even game planning to get better. That's like being a rat loser, hoping that you can kick and run one time. It's crazy. I'm just going to keep playing football. Appreciate it, Picasso. I'm just going to keep playing football. But how are you ever going to get better playing like this? Fake shot, goal. Oh my god. I faked out the near one. I should have faked it again. I should have faked it out again, but I didn't, and then that's the shit that can hurt you. Whoa, that was supposed to go to my striker. That was supposed to go to my striker. Oh, that was bad. Look, he's in. He's in. Look at the back post. Try to do. I shouldn't have tried to do stunning. I should have just played it one time. Oh, no way. He did a bicycle click AI. His AI did a bicycle click clearance. That was dangerous what I did there. What? This is about a 6-0 game, by the way. Come on. There it is. To Messi. Good. Touch it. Shoot. Of course, and he wins it behind me. This is insane, guys. It's just insane. It's just insane that this is only 1-0. You know what I mean? And I have to deal with these losers staying in the... He doesn't even have a prayer for me. What's up, Totti? But I'll keep playing how I'm playing, bro. I'm telling you, these out-wide tactics will smoke these losers. They're just going for their one shot a game. And even if it works, I'm telling you, it's such a blast playing this way, playing good football. But notice that he had nothing but that one shot, and notice how dangerous that it almost was. It's crazy. No, we do not. I don't think there's been any leaks. Let's focus. Let's play some good football. Let's go. It's just crazy, man. Keep running with it. And he backed off. Why? That was supposed to go to Suarez. Looked like it was about to, and then it didn't. Look at that run. Look at the run. And he stopped a little bit, too. Otherwise, he had that. Look at when Ronaldinho stopped there. Why would he stop there? It's crazy. Trail it. Good. Out wide. Look at that. Played a little quicker and I'm in there. Come on, flick it on. There it is. Flick it on. My players are just stopping. And look, he just tried to kick and run it. And the sad thing was that could have actually worked. Look at this. Oh, that could have been sick. Read it like a book, baby. How'd you like that manual block? No need for AI to help me here. Boom, boom, laid off, boom, again. Yep. Oh my God, I love it. What a goal. What a goal, guys. This is football, boys. Tell me that this isn't way better than being a rat. Tell me that this isn't way better. We prevail. The rats never prevail. Let them keep kicking and running instead of trying to get better. Let them keep kicking and running instead of trying to get better. We'll score goals like that, bro. Those are goals that get you inboxes from their misses afterwards. Like, we want to be with you, not a rat. I think his girlfriend or wife just messaged me. She's in my DMs, baby. She's in my DMs. Because I score goals like that. Look at that, Messi for the club. Look at Messi for the badge. Look at Messi for the badge. Look at Messi for the badge. Zambrotta for the badge. Zambrotta for the badge. We keep the ball here. Oh, look at Messi for the badge. For the badge. For the badge. How does that not go in? That's football, baby. Tactics out now. Go watch the video and support it, boys. All that you got to do is, if you want, shout out to the commenter. I'm going to give your name. I'm going to say your name after this video. Show it on show the comment, actually. Just change your left and right back to left and right mids in these out wide tactics. Video out now. The out wide / quick counter Conti tactics, and you'll dominate like this. You're going to have so much fun playing this game. I swear you will. Goal. Goal. We are simmering. This is Emerald Lagasse's kitchen, boys. This is Guy Fieri's kitchen. This is that 5-star Michelin shit. That, yeah, you might eat $1,000 meal and get like 3 bites of food and go eat a burger after, but you still ate at a 5-star restaurant type shit. This is that take the most beautiful girl you've ever met in your life home type shit, boys. And all these rats are playing that. Oh, come on, come on. Kick and run bullshit. How could that be fun, bro? It can't be fun. This is when you're in flow state. This is when you're in flow state, but that was supposed to go to Hullet. Konami's fucking my perfect game up. You ain't getting that, boy. This is Van Dyke's show. And then Company comes over and gets it, but that's okay. Look at this. Company pinging passes. How did that get intercepted? Van Dyke's tired. Look at this. We're doing give and goes with our center backs. Oh, shit. What the fuck is this? Dude. Game's getting a little laggy, but that's okay. Dude, what the fuck? It's like 3-0 comes and Konami's got to fuck up your game. Look at this. Beautiful run. Look at the back post. It's on. Look at this. It's a goal. Look at this. Here it is. Perfect game. Oh, say, can you see? By the dawn's early light. I don't know why I'm singing. I know you guys are from all over the world, but I guess my America pride came out for a second. Because we know how to play football. More than one football. Nice try. Oh, no, watch this. Oh, I gave up a goal. I was singing the fucking Star Spangled Banner. My bad, boys. Or whatever. National anthem. Good goal, buddy. Good goal. Oh, man, we just cooked up some shit. We just cooked up some shit. Hey, he's trying to come back. Good for him. Probably should sub out all my players that are dead. Guys, they absolutely cooked the stamina in this game, though. You gotta have subs ready, guys. You gotta have subs ready. If you don't have subs ready, you're fucked. You gotta have subs ready, boys. Holy shit. Let's get Davids in as a destroyer. Let's get Nene in there. Let's get... oh, my God. My wingbacks are all fucked. Holy shit. Oh, it's because I have him at the left and right mid, guys. We gotta go get, dude. We gotta go get Dumfries, dude. I'm gonna have to if you put your wingbacks at left and right mid. Maybe that's why anchoring. He put anchoring. Maybe that's what it was. Oh my god, let's go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Oh shit. Dude, why are all my players cooked, though? Even my center backs cooked, guys. Do you know why? Sorry, my allergies. I always tell you guys, but I have to tell you, I'm sniffling, not because I'm doing any yocaine. I don't do no drugs. It's because my allergies, but I know I'm sniffing like a freaking disco guy in the 70s at the club, if you know what I'm saying. All right, here we go. That'd have been sick if somehow it got through all that. Messi's a dynamo, bro. Oh, why did he stop? Look, it don't matter, though, because Neuer plays his part. Read it right? Oh, you got lucky. Yeah, I know you were telling me. Why is that? But why are they so tired though? I don't get it. Only destroyers? But is it because what about Cahill who has the double playstyle thing? Sometimes the edge crossing isn't what you want because look how bad it is. So what is that? What about Cahill since he has the defensive playstyle? Would he still be dead? Bro, like my whole team was dead. I didn't press or nothing. I just simply had the ball a lot. No fucking way. They gotta fix that. But Company was dead too there, wasn't he? Wasn't Company just tired there too? You guys get to be part of my next video. Oh no, wait. I didn't record it. Fuck. That would have been a perfect breakdown to share with people, to show. We got to figure this out, though. Before we tell people to do this, we got to figure out why they were so dead. Because that was awesome, but you would need... That was phenomenal. But... Because they scooted up, but man, they go up to pitch. My build-ups run into opposition like fucking crackheads and drain all their stamina. Example has been telling me since yesterday, guys, but I was so going at the rap players, which I just played a rap, by the way, too, but I was locked in. But, guys, my Van Dijk, but was my Company dead, too? That's what I need to know. Did you guys see? Here, hold on. Let's check this out. Let me save recent gameplay. Save the last 30 minutes. Alright, let's see where they're at. How do I get this to a big screen and shit? Well, let me go to the actual. Hold on. Go to Media Gallery. Alright, so we played this game. So this is the big question. Shout out. I'm gonna go get it right now. Hold on. I'm getting his name. I'm shouting him actually out because he deserves it. Huge boost, but we got to figure out what to do about this. Stamina is the only problem. Picasso, thanks for the comment, bro. Just reply back. Beautiful stuff. Thank you, brother. All right. So, where did that comment go? View all. Responded. I want to give him credit because he deserves it. Just a small little thing, but it's huge. That's alright. I know which video it's under, so. What's up, everybody? OG here, and I know once the video starts, you don't want any interruptions. So, just a friendly reminder. Cashier, thanks for the motivation, bro. Cashier, these are my championship trophies. He said, "You really help people improve in eFootball with all your knowledge and skills. I wish you nothing but the best and good health. Your videos genuinely help a lot. So thank you for everything, and please keep making great content for future. Much love and respect." Dude, that makes my day, bro. I love it. Shout out to Kashtira. Shout out to my boy Picasso on the stream. Still dropped a comment. It means the world, guys. It really does. So my boy Evo Lightning. Okay, so he says, when I switch out wide, which is what I'm using now, I have my LB and RB playing as RM and LM on anchoring. I don't know why in anchoring. We'll have to see, but I love them just regular out wide. It completely nullifies opposition pressing, which it did. He was on an overload, and I just made him my bitch. If you also have a tall striker, you have 3 easy long ball options, just in case you need to get rid of it, which I have a hybrid. I don't have like an Ibra, but I don't have a Romario. Like, Suarez sometimes can win them. So good enough. Then he said, I play with 2-6-2, which I couldn't play, obviously, because it makes you have at least 3 backs. But I just made my DMF a center back. So it was basically what he's saying. I'm sure that he does something like that because the game won't let you only have 2 backs. On out wide with DLF and advanced striker. So instead of 2 AMFs, he plays 2 all the way up front. But how he plays his like Messi, let's say, instead of an AMF up next to a striker. But I like my CMF hole players. So either way, the only way to counter my annoying switch tactics is to man mark my fullbacks, which is what I want because then I attack easily with a lot of space. Exactly. You want them to do something crazy. Look, this no offense, Jack the Stripper. He says this is too risky. Evo said try it. You don't build up at all. Just spam switch from the beginning, which I didn't do that. I actually played football. But guys, it's not too risky. Now I know I wasn't playing the best player ever, but the main reason we gotta switch it is because of the stamina. So let's get into this. This is perfect. So a timeline for how we got here, right? Out wide / quick counter Conti tactics release. We get right into playing. We know what's coming with the rats. We still got the long ball counter rats with Capello. We got the overload rats with, Lampard. And then you got the skilled players in between that, right? But either way, you got to come up with something where you can play your football because we here try to play football. If you like my content, you try to play football. So in order to try to counter the just rat press spamming overload guys, we have out wide. But then it also allows you to play beautiful football, which you're going to see in this game. Then we get a comment from Evo Lightning. Shout out to Evo Lightning, and this is why I love the community. Love what we do here. We all help each other out. He's like, try your right and left back on offense as right and left midfielders instead. It gives you a ton of options, and did it ever. Now, I have an offensive fullback in Zambrotta, so he's many times an option anyways. So maybe he was similar, but having Marcelo on the other side the same way, it was brilliant. However, Konami just totally butchered the stamina in this game. And shout out to my boy Example, for example, nothing on YouTube. He had told me this already. He had said, man, my build-up center backs without that defensive play style are running around like crazy losing stamina, to where destroyers are actually working better, even if you have 2 destroyers. So I know people say, oh, it's too risky, but you control so much of the ball, and your defenders recover in time, not to mention having Shadow Hunt on like a Zambrotta helps. It wasn't risky at all. Now, and I know it depends a lot of times on the skill of your opponent, but you can always adapt and switch it based on that. But I'm telling you, when you're controlling a game, but your opponent's just trying to press the crap out of you and get that one chance, which you'll see that's exactly what this opponent tried, and it got me a couple times last night, this is the setup for you, right? You'll see what he's playing. I type mark both of his strikers, which is what I do in a 2-pronged attack. In a 3-prong, I type mark the 2 wingers or the 2 wider players, because they always want to try to do give and goes. I'm not worried as much about the striker. I want their wingers nullified. In this case, he has 2 central strikers. He's playing overload. He just wants to press me, win the ball, and shoot. We didn't have the best connection here. You'll see some of that. But you've seen the setup. I want you to look how it plays out on the pitch, because this is how you can play beautiful football and beat any press. A quick counter press, an overload press, and a possession press. All the while making your opponent spread out defensively so you can play through the holes. So this is the same tactics I released, but with the only difference, as you see here, pushing left and right back to left and right mid. But if you're going to do this, guys, the biggest thing is you got to be ready with 5 subs. And you're going to need backfield subs. But when you see how beautifully it works, it is 1,000% worth it. And remember, again, if you play some really good opponent, you can always switch it up. So we just first start warming up into the game, getting used to kind of where we're at. You see some of the glitchiness. You have to kind of just get used to the delay, but you see the beautiful give and goes start right off the beginning, and it just keeps getting better from here. And that wasn't even my wide backs. Look, they're recovering now. Look, they recovered great. They recovered great. The fact that defensive awareness plays a part in the speed of defenders now means the world, because it doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily feel your defenders being faster, but you can feel where they slow down attackers. Look at this, boys. I mean, this should have been a goal, by the way. But it's just beautiful football all the way around. And we have not... Look at the options everywhere. Unlucky there. But look at the defense. Look, there's Zambrotta. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And if you would have slow built up, Zambrotta would have recovered. Look where Zambrotta's at. Offsides there, no big deal. So, we're going to have to figure out how to deal with the stamina. But again, if you're playing a very good player that's controlling some of the ball, you simply can put defensive fullbacks in. I got Thuram and Varane on the bench. You could play 3 CBs, 1 wing back. You can easily switch. That's why I have Varane and Thuram. But the biggest thing is Van Dijk didn't do any crazy. What a freaking ball, by the way. And unfortunately, the Marcelo touch lets it down. But Van Dijk, and I have to see here if company were just so dead tired, and they didn't do anything special. They stayed in their same positions. And I don't know what the hell led to that. Other than maybe the fact that when you put your wing backs on wing mid, they have to cover more ground like this. Even though he typically covered that anyway. And for the most part, he didn't have to do anything. I think my opponent got it over the half maybe a handful of times. That's it. Look, and you'll see how many times my wingbacks are involved. I mean, look at the football here, guys. Look at, oh, and then I messed that up, guys. If that's a one-time to Zambrotta, then a one-time low cross or a regular cross, guys. But you'll see, we put it all together. We put it all together for some beautiful stuff. Look at this football. Look at this football. Unfortunate right there. We're getting close so you can sense it. You can sense it, and it just adds a little bit more. That's crazy that Suarez didn't get to that, by the way. Here's Messi, cut in, and I couldn't believe this one. I felt like I got far enough to where I could bend that in the corner like I always do with Messi, and he still did that kind of reach shot, so that made me a little upset. Then, of course, the auto block there from the AI, which can drive me crazy at times because it kind of feels like a bailout. All right, so let's see here with the width. And I didn't even switch the fields as much as I could have, like Evil Lightning was saying on there. I will say, oh, look at here it is. This is the goal. Yeah, that was beautiful stuff. But guys, if you're not noticing what's going on, I have options across the entire width of the pitch, okay? And so my opponent trying to mark this is having a heck of a time. So look, immediately I'm drawing players way out wide, okay? Not to mention, look at Zimbrota on that far side. So I could switch this, right? That's where Evil Lightning is. I just switch back and forth. And then once they press you, that's when you go. And I didn't even necessarily wait for all that. But look at the options across the pitch here. Dino, Suarez, Hullet. Messi just in behind his AMF. Zimbrota on that far side. Right, I see Nemacha's there supporting as my anchor man. Then I got my two center backs back. Marcelo on the ball. Wait, that's not Mecha. That's Bellingham. Drop back a little bit, which I like here. So here it goes. Boom to Messi. Messi Hullet. Give and go Suarez to Hullet. Perfect. Drew the attention out. Give and go. We score. Gotta love it, guys. One more time for good measure. Playing it all the way through. Pull the opponent's defense out wide. Then we work to the center. Bink, 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 bink. And the big bink. Gotta love it. Next. So there's a stamina right now. And you can see we're cooked. You can see we're cooked, guys. Look at Van Dijk. Look at Van Dijk. Notice the two, where how you can measure it is look at Van Dijk where the double boosters are. And Company. That's how much extra stamina. About the width of the booster. That's a lot. That's a lot. Dude, my wing backs that are playing wing mid have more stamina than my build-up center back. This is an absolute joke. They got to fix this. I haven't tried them or anything. Funny stories. I'll check out that Thiago later. But he's not available for console, just PC and Steam, correct? Somebody let me know if that's true or not so I can confirm, because this is all going to a video. But guys, build up center backs are not usable right now. Why in the how is Konami not? They gotta fix this. It's BS. Appreciate it, Picasso. That means the world. Look at this though, guys. Example was 100% right. You cannot play build up center backs. Now I need to know Gary Cahill, because if Gary Cahill is worth it, I'll go after him. If I have to, I'll go after him. Because why is Van Dijk's stamina not working? And I was showing you, this dude doesn't even change up to play, because this is not how you beat me, what he just showed there. That's just hope and pray and kick it long and hope for one of the kick and runs go through. Which, sad to say, unfortunately, in eFootball, they give those rats more of a chance. Unlucky. I should have fake shot one more time. I thought I did enough there. I should have fake shot. I hate when I do that. Something, yeah, I know. 100% it's a soft reset. Wildcard just got Cahill. Wildcard, can you do me a favor, bro? And test that out for me? And see what his stamina is like? Maybe post a picture in Discord. Try to play an AI match with my exact setting tactics, which you can check in the video. Because I want to know if it's... And then remember, put your right and left back on right and left mid. I want to know what in the hell is causing Van Dijk... Or if it's all center backs. But put Cahill and then another build-up, one without the secondary play style, and let me know what that looks like, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. Alright, so we ended the half 1-0. Let's see the stamina at halftime. Look, they got a fair amount of recovery, so that was good. Fair amount of recovery, but then it just crashes. Okay, so you ready? Opponent doesn't switch a team despite getting smoked. And then we start cooking right after this. So we'll start at the 60th, and I'm going to just walk you through. Watch the width. Look at the options everywhere. I mean, he has no chance. I forced it a bit there. That's my fault, obviously. But it was nothing. It was kick and run. That's why I love offensive keepers. Bink, bink, bink. Look at that, guys. I mean, good luck. And what do I always tell you about the deeper runs? Look at this goal again. So we pause here. Look. You got Louis holding up the ball. You got hole player Hullett coming from deep, center mid. My other hole player Bellingham's playing the ball up to Louis. And then, of course, you got Messi right there. He's got two defenders. He's got a man mark both, essentially. He's got to mark them from deep. And, of course, it's not AI's not going to pick up those marks in time. They have full momentum going forward. This was checkmate right here. Might as well have stopped right here. Ready? Boom. Look at this. Perfect timed. Good night. Absolute beautiful football. And this is where the out wide helps. I forced it there. I could have done something similar there, but I wanted Suarez to Messi, back to Hullett, then to Suarez. So here we go. Boom, 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 bink, bink. And guess what? If I play Messi's feet there, I want you to look at out wide right. Watch out wide right here. Watch out wide right here. Look at this, guys. Not only that, but in a second, when everybody converges, let's say Messi wasn't all the way through, look out wide left. It's just insane. When you have the width like that, no matter what, you essentially have two outlets to keep the ball. And when you have the ball, your opponent can't score. When you have the ball, you have another chance to score. Simple as that. All good, wild card, no problem, buddy. It's as simple as that. So, we just got to figure out the stamina. But look, they recover fine defensively. They're all good. Here's another goal. Too easy. When you're on, you're on. Just a nice little blitzer with the Ronaldinho touch to it. And then that wasn't it, boys. We ended with a special one here for the culture. He got one back. But look at my stamina here. This is the main thing. Look at this. My attackers are less cooked. Usually I only have to switch my 5 attackers, guys. But the problem is right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have 5 players that I'd have to switch essentially. 1 AMF, both wingbacks, 1 CMF, and 1 center back, which is crazy. There's no reason Van Dijk should ever be that tired compared to the others. So, that's what you have to work on. You have to make sure you have the right subs, because I should have subbed Varane for Van Dijk. And then I'll need to add an extra wingback, hence Dumfries might come in. Or I got some on the reserves and stuff. Hullett probably come out for... And then you'll see. Let's see the subs I do here. Look. But notice, I'm not even looking at Van Dijk here, guys. This is a hindsight thing, because I never have had to look at my center back. So I'm making these not even thinking about Van Dijk. I think I went back in like, what the... Same with my wingbacks. Guys, I never... My subs are always my 5 attackers. 4 attackers, like 1 CM. Usually Hullett, because he's got lower stamina than Bellingham. So this adds a whole new monster. The fact that... Now, it's 85th minute. We're pretty deep. So it's not the worst in the world. Should I probably subbed earlier? Yes. But nonetheless, oh, the fourth goal. I think it comes pretty close after this. There it is. Ready? Let's see how it happens. Company, Marcelo, Ronaldinho, bing. And then it's over right here. Good night. Just beautiful, dude. Just beautiful. And I get his marking was weak, but these little give and goes, these little plays, it doesn't matter who you're playing. Good luck trying to mark every player that you have to mark here. And you see where the dead tiredness leads to a goal off of a kickoff, though, so no problem. So those are the settings. It's this right here. And the answer, or we have to find out if the answer is go for a secondary defensive play style like a Cahill, 6'4" monster to replace Van Dijk, which I'm then going right into Konami's trap. Or dig into my own bench. You know? That's what we have to figure out. But the key here is pushing these two. Notice that they weren't even the most tired. So right now, we got Varane. I need Thuram. I need to switch that up. Thuram. Perfect. If I need to go defensive, I got these two. That's perfect. That's fine. But unfortunately now, these six are good here. Maybe remove one of the forwards and I'll only sub in Ibra. I don't need another advanced striker because I'm going to need another back. All right, that'll help me remember. So we have one center back we can sub in for Van Dijk. I need another wing back, perhaps Dumfries. But I might want defensive. I have Maldini. Because if it's offensive, I'll be taking risks anyways, and I won't mind. I could put somebody else in there. So we'll grab Maldini. Or I could go an offensive back like this with Silvestre. But if I'm subbing my backs, it's because I'm going Maldini. It's the older Maldini, but still. No long reach tackle, but for a sub, he'll be fine. So we go like this, left and right back. We have our DMF Anchorman. Destroyer and Orc. Destroyers are set, though, because they have their defensive setups. Anchorman set because they have their defensive. And then I gotta go these two. So the subs I'm looking at right now are one build up, or I go for a destroyer center back and just start Desai, for example, instead of Van Dijk. I think we gotta try it, guys. But I gotta test that first. Desai. Which sucks, dude, because they render a whole playstyle useless. Or I could just sub him. I think I'm just going to sub him. I love Van Dijk. That's how much I love Van Dijk. Or do you think I go Desai, guys, and go 2 destroyers? I'm gonna let the community decide here. We'll test it out, of course. But everything else is perfect. Literally, between these guys, I got midfield substitutes. Use Cahill and watch him. So what do you say? An example? You've seen Cahill? He plays fine. Is that what you're saying, bro? Because he has a defensive, the high line master, he actually plays good. Because the good news is that Dumfries doesn't have anything special. Yeah, so right now I'd go Varane on the left side as a center back for Marcelo. And then I'd go on the right side, Thuram. And then just offensively switch them to center back and right back. And then, other than that, we'd be set. All right, let me read above. So, for example, says that it's something the community needs to understand. This is Konami's way of soft resetting the game. 100%. They want you to build a new team. That's why they're doing this. 100%. They don't have a second play style. It's basic. It's going to behave exactly how that position plays. Doesn't even matter much about the first play style. That's why, regardless of your CB's first play style, they're going to behave like a normal CB. Story from it doesn't matter. Although the story. Okay, so let me read that again. CB's first playstyle, they're going to behave. That's why, regardless of your CB's first playstyle, which is offensive, they're going to behave like a normal CB. Build up destroyer from it, doesn't matter. Although destroyers seem to work better. Well, that's because, look, destroyers are defensive. It's a defensive playstyle. Build up's offensive. But I figured they'd just be like a no playstyle center back. But something's going on differently because they changed the stamina, but there's no way 82, 81 and company has way better stamina. There's no way. But that's why it is because, so I'm assuming Cahill with a defensive playstyle would play better, although typically no playstyle center backs play fine, and all of a sudden they don't. What is today? Today's Tuesday. Monday. You know there's only one thing we could do. And that is, it's either Desai or go for Cahill. Play 2 destroyers, but 2 destroyers still can screw you over. They still can screw you over. And 18. I have 2 more spins left. And really, I could use Cahill. I don't really need the other 2 at all, though. Now, it would be nice if it was like Cahill and Elliott, or Cahill and Rogers, or Cahill and Dumfries. But man, it's a risk. Because I do not need Costa. Hazard's good and all. Frontline poacher. Because if you guys don't know, frontline poacher, he'll be looking to intercept defensively. Which, let me see if he has Yep, I moved, push him back to left mid defensively. And he has the ability to play AMF right off the bat, so that's huge. No, you don't gotta say sorry, example. And I have essentially 20 more bucks to put in to try to get Gary Cahill. Well, let's do a little scouting first, guys. Let's do a little scouting, eh? Oh, I think Nick just got him. I think Nick just got these guys. So we'll rewind through and check. So he's live, so we'll rewind through. Oh, shit, I wanted to be in the page he was just on. Let's look. Costa and Hazard. Damn it, he didn't get Cahill. He's got Desai and Varane. Let's go. Let's see his stamina, though. Oh, God, look what he's playing, bro. You guys see that? Not that you can't try to play, but he doesn't have any connections like triangles. I think it's just pure cross spamming. So he got those two.
OG cars, nothing like the old school cars, bro. They look so. Nah. Honestly, I can't even take off Thiago.
Guys, look though.
Give me that. Get out. Get out. Watch it. Really good press, to be honest, but we still got lucky with it. Bro, what the? Bro, take that Arsenal badge off, man. Take that Arsenal badge off.
How is his stamina okay? It's got to be because the left and right mid. Beautiful football, dude.
Oh my God, how did he deflect that?
Barcelona needed that. They really needed it. Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled.
Brother, this guy's team is fucking bought in, and now he's gonna get me on a counter. Neuer, come on!
Oh, I love it. Dude, having Neuer and an offensive fullback helps so much. And that new sweeper keeper is going to be even more insane, guys. They added another level, in case you don't know, on defensive. That's what they're going to try to do to get you to buy new keepers. But Neuer is basically a sweeper keeper.
No one's passing the ball, man. No one's fucking passing the ball well.
I want to try to see his stamina. Does he go in sub? He doesn't. Nice wins, Nick. He's only got one loss. Shit, I only got 2 losses. Shouldn't have one of them. One of them was well deserved. The dude was awesome.
Nice goal.
Shit, Nick's down here in the 80th. Let's finish this game up and let's see. Beautiful football. But look at the connection, bro. I'm so jealous.
Running around with Ronaldo at CDM, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Didn't pass there.
I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. Now you guys can see. You didn't miss anything, though. It's just been possession. Nick's down.
This guy is so fucking lucky, though.
Yeah, the keepers. I hate it.
The first goal he got was fucking garbage. All game he's been getting fucking rebounds.
Somebody just called Nick an overload rat.
The first half about how he's getting every rebound, so be careful. So obvious when shit. Alfred was fucking.
You can tell he doesn't use it as a rat. It's not the play style that makes you a rat. It's how you play.
Yep,
Whether it's.
Dude, I can't, man. I can't. Look at this. He didn't even aim there. He's getting so.
You hear it, guys?
Like, how he's gonna play
Sound familiar? It's just they drive you crazy, bro.
Okay. Look, he's so lucky. Like doing that shit. Block, everything block. For this guy, everything.
This kick.
Block, threw ball out. Sit behind the
God,
ball,
I
gave
hate
the
these
penalty,
trash
get
cans.
lucky.
And he won, bro. Nick lost.
One successful double touch.
Come on, Nick. Tie it. Tie it. Come on, Nick.
Back.
Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. There it is. Oh,
Yep,
of
shit
course.
animation, of
I hate
course.
this. Of course.
Everything's
Of
gonna
course.
go bad for me, though.
Dude.
Not any good animation.
Oh, that just made me mad.
Shit animation again.
Guys, it's the same thing I deal with. It's the same thing I'm sure you guys deal with. Just know that we're all dealing with it. At least Nick's got some nuts, unlike, no offense, but unlike Indominator and Manessa, they never speak up like this. They'll just laugh and go, all right, next game. And it's like, bro, speak up. You have a huge microphone. Say something. eFootball Universe. Now let's listen.
Get me to the next game. Get me to the next game. Of course, also cooked him with Neymar. AI helps him. 3 players I cooked, by the way, right there. And there's a 4th. But GG's, he's better.
Yeah, right.
Fuck. That shit is fucking annoying, that game.
Oh my God, look at that. 30%. Just kick and run. Total losers.
My life playing this game. That's so annoying that I lost that game. Literally so annoying.
Look at that.
Man, I'm so mad. So mad.
At least he's speaking up, bro. It's such a better game. Look, and this piece of shit goes, losing equals the game's bad. He's actually lagging. It's like, bro, you played that same rat, J Marsh? Yeah, Nick's 100% right. I was experiencing this last night, bro. And the same dog shit happens against the same type of players. And here's what the thing is. We need Konami to fix this because these rat losers won't go anywhere. The fact that they're already pathetic enough to play like that. The dude I just cooked the whole game, he didn't change his tactics. I'm cooking him. He stays in the same kick and run, just hoping. And I ended up getting 4 on him. But for a while there, a couple chances came close to where in other games it could have been 1-1 or 2-1 him. And yet the motherfucker is not completing passes. He's not playing football. And he's lagging right now. Yeah, and it gets so annoying, guys. It gets so annoying. And thank God he speaks up. And the only thing I don't like about Manessa and them is if they were me right now, they'd just be like, oh, really? He's lagging? Oh, well, okay. It sucks. I hate it too. All right, next game. And Dominator's like, Konami, come on, man. Help me out, Konami. What is this, Konami? All right, guys. Anyways, next game. How is that going to ever... Manessa, guys, Konami's cooking us. What's that, bro? There's no passion there. Have you ever played for a manager like that? Like, we play like shit, and we train like shit, and he's like, hey, guys, it happens. It's all good. Tommy, don't worry about 16 mistakes in a row in the back. You know? Oh, gee, it's okay, dude. All those missed chances, it's fine. You'll get the 13th. 13th time's a charm. You're all good, buddy. Keep playing like you're playing. Like, no, dude. Maybe if I'm 7, but get some fire going, bro. Nick's a millionaire, dude. He don't need to give a shit, and he does. And that's why I respect him. That Inception fucking probably has literally lost his sanity the way he goes crazy sometimes. And the game could be so good. You need that because we just are always like, don't worry about it. Oh, hey, just move on. Don't let those rats get you upset. And it's like, bro, no, I'm going to speak on this shit. All right, so here's where I'm at. I wanted to see Cahill there. That's what I really meant to do. I didn't even mean to go on that. Yeah, it's so annoying, bro. I hate that like nonchalant shit, and we have it bad over here in eFootball, bro. As a community, content creators. Oh, it's okay, guys. Yeah, Smart Assist sucks, but oh well, it's all right. No, bro, it's not. We're putting a lot of time into this game, a lot of money into this game. We have a right to be pissed and say it. You know, and if enough people do that, look at Turkey. Turkey didn't get their fucking server after that presentation. They went mad, bro. They went mad. Konami, within a couple days, proud to announce we're adding a server in Turkey. You know, so I wish I really need Cahill, and I need Dumfries though. Secret training. Shut the fuck up, secret training. Some of these, and that's the other thing. These bullshit ass creators. My boy Aries. You need to talk to your boys from India because they're the biggest culprits. Secret training, the unbelievable Conti long ball counter that plays so good when you do this. All the bullshit, like eFootball's got the most random bullshit content ever. I saw eFootball Universe do it. I said it on stream, like, or in the Discord the one day. The bullshit clickbait shit drives me nuts, dude. Get a fucking life. So you're gonna show me real life highlights, but tell me he's sick, and that's just a bunch of real life highlights. You can't count on shit. You can't count on none of these fucking guys. It's probably going to give me a copyright now. I can get it cut out, though. It's all good. Turkish players in my region, most are lagging, though. Yeah. Futures, I know it sucks. All right, well, we're already down to 109 here. Let's just go for another 10. Let's see. This should get me something here. Please. Did it get me him? Please. Somebody come running out. You better come running out. Well, I got a center back. And of course, look, they don't even give these guys, look, I would have tried him too if his, but they don't even give their, unless they're like, they won't even give the free mid-tier cards the defensive play style. I would have tried him out. Unbelievable, dude. It's just a complete joke. Plays great some games, but other games... No, yeah, I definitely don't want Diogo Costa ain't coming near my team. I've seen him enough. I like Hazard, but I don't need him. I have enough guys. I really need this. I really want this Cahill. I mean, it's one more spin. Might as well do it. I can reload for Thursday if there's good players. Let me see real quick what my boy is saying over here. All right. CD football. Update with mini card. Everything is here. Okay. So, can I even get this Thiago? Or do I have to go to the store? What's up with that? It's not making sense. Like if I go to the Coda store. Last 10 man I got. They might have cooked me, guys. They show this for everyone, so we don't know. Yes, I got him on the last 10 man. Well, moment of truth, and I'm going to be so pissed off. I want him to be good, but I'm going to be so pissed if he works out so good that I have to bench my Van Dyke all because of this all because of this stupid ass. All because of the dumbass changes. That would be so ate up. I'll never be so mad if a card's good or not. 3 single spins. Because I would love to have double wingbacks that can attack up that wing too. Dude, I would love to go Zambrotta and Dumfries. People are like, oh, it's risky. No, it's not, dude. They recover just fine. But I'd have to put them like this instead. And hopefully that stamina helps a bit. But I don't want Marcelo coming to the center here. Yeah, but Aura's not what I'm worried about, bro. My Van Dijk's running out of stamina. It's stamina that I need more than Aura. I have a build for him already, but I should be able to cook this up pretty easily. Center backs are pretty easy to cook up. Oh, and then the server freezes. Huh. It'll be a good little test. Yeah, my Van Dijk's ending the games with 0 stamina, bro. That's gonna end up costing me. It's worth the content. Plus, it ain't like I could have changed it whether I was going for him or not. That's who they gave me, so it's not like I picked. But it worked out because now I can test them. Guys, what do you guys think about Dumfries? What do you guys think about Zambrotta on the left, Dumfries on the right? Well, I like him, but I like Van Dijk better as a build-up. But the biggest thing is I'm going to push Van Dijk onto the bench and then put Cahill in to start and see, because of the stamina. Let's see if Cahill's stamina shows up better. It's crazy though if Konami cooked this that bad, unless it's just an all-around stamina problem. But if it's because of the defensive playstyle, we'll find out real quick. It could have been because I put my left and right backs at left and right mid. But I love how my players are playing in this setup. I love it. So if I can save myself a sub with Cahill, aerial fort and long reach are super OP right now, guys, because I'm not really worried about shadow hunt. You guys got to remember, I love it for my wingbacks, but for center backs, they add the defensive awareness. Like for my wingbacks, it's good because they're pushed up the pitch. It gives them that extra boost to get back and recover, chasing down attackers. But for center backs, I never just get burned in behind because they added defensive awareness, and all of my defensive awareness, guys, defensively with defensive awareness are good, you know. Oh, I need to go into here, go like this. Go reserves. Get Cahill. Player progression, recommended. We'll see where he's at recommended. Alright, so I can move that down 1. Down 1. We're good there. I'll check what I want for acceleration to 80. I know I wanted dribbling at like 70 if I can do it. And heading 89's okay. I send company up anyways. So I'm not really worried about heading at 89. Shit, I'm good with this right here, but I do want dribbling higher. So then if I push this down 1 to get 4, I want something with aggression. Can I get that balance up to 70? Whatever. I'm fine with 67 balance. Let me see something real quick. 70 balance. 75. Yeah, so Cahill's balance, I'd like that to go up. I'd even sacrifice some speed there. Speed, kicking power, stamina. Balance to get to 70. I'll take that all day long, guys. Then I'll get aggression. Passing. Nothing. Damn. I thought my build got him up to his passing at 70. Let me take a look. I got a build for him in my Discord. I'll show you guys real quick. Player reviews. Boom. He didn't change the balance though. I like this 3-5-4-9-12 hard worker. I like that, but I don't care about the heading at 90. I like this build here. Oh, that's my build. I'm an idiot. I'm complimenting my own shit. Sound like a weirdo. I swear I thought that was somebody from the community. Okay. 3-5-4-9-12 with hard worker. 3-5-4-9-12. 3 on passing. 3 dexterity 5 4 9 12. Three, 5, 4, 9, 12. Wait, passing. I'm wrong. That's not passing. I did dribbling. Because for a build-up, I wanted him in 70. So I'll show you guys this real quick, what this looks like. So this is what I'm liking. But then the balance is off. I got to choose. What would you guys go for? Nice, Future. Love it. Thanks, bro. Alright, so then... heading, jumping, physical contact. I'm not worried about the heading as much, so this could go down. This could go to balance. Balance and aggression. Is there something for balance? 94 aggression, I'm not really worried about. I could keep it like this and be just fine with 94 aggression, honestly. This is pretty brilliant right here, guys. This is pretty fucking nasty. And then if I go hard worker, I get... what is hard worker? Let's see what I want. And I'll see what everyone's saying. Compliments to eFootBase. I'm on the app right now. I'll go to my own Cahill build. But then I'll adjust this accordingly. So I got 003 8 383 712. All right. Everybody's going accelerate, aggression, acceleration, physical contact, and stamina. Aggression, acceleration, phys con, and stamina. I like the stamina. See what else I can get here for you. Aggression. We got acceleration, phys con, and tackling. Don't need that. Honestly, though, dude, hold on. Tackling. Aggression, acceleration, phys con. I'd rather have speed, though. I like the stamina. Get the passing to 75, 77 is pretty nasty. I could get the heading to 90, but I'm not terribly worried about it. Tackling's there. Dude, this is a sick hard. So what's the problem with them, people are saying? Yeah, hard worker, but I'm trying to see I can play with this a little bit. I'm looking at, yeah, that's what I have on my build. It's hard worker. And then to see, I could probably go and get the speed at least up to. I need one with speed now. I'm not really worried about aggression because as a build-up, I have company. 93 aggression's good. And then, yes, he is a very good streamer, Ivan. That's my boy. Shout out to Nick. He's part of the OG community. He's a member here. So definitely support him. Nick needs all the help he can get. I mean, a little creator like him, I'm always trying to help push him. I've just been lucky enough to get all the credit, but Nick's not too bad. You guys should definitely support the little guy. All right, with his stamina being 82, you can't expect a whole lot in that department. Yeah, but that's what all my guys have, you know. Company has 81. Van Dyke 82. Center backs don't do a shit ton of work. But the new stamina, fuck me. It's like... Alright, so if I go tackling now, so check this out. If I go something with tackling now, so if I go stealing, for example, so I get it up to 85. This is perfect. Now I go stealing. 85. No, dude, I never subbed out my center backs, and they never were dead until the update got futures. I mean, it's all on video. I never subbed out my center backs. They were never in the red. Never in the red. Maybe yellow, yes, but of course, that's normal. Never subbed them out until the update. Now they're dead red. So now if I go with tackling and acceleration, stealing. I want stealing. So I'm going to go one random because I got 14. Come on, give me stealing. Give me ball protection. Ball control, tight possession, physical contact, and balance. These random boosters kill you, don't they? But I have enough for 3. I'm going to try one more random. Aerial. Oh, of course. Finishing heading. Jumping. Oh, wait. This could work out, guys. Ah, peach got tomate. Kicking power, 85. Alright, the randoms aren't going to work. Alright, here we go. So, boom. I never said the center backs are dead at 70 minutes, bro. I definitely, because I've never subbed my center backs ever until this update. Or until eFootball 27. Alright, so... we'll go with... tackling. We'll get tackling, acceleration, aggression, and physical contact. So we'll go with stealing. He's stealing. Physical contact and stamina. Alright, let's go with stealing. Let's just go get it. Boom. Stealing. Stealing, stealing, stealing. So this is a bit different from my original build, guys. So you guys get the lowdown here. Alright. Boom. We're good there. I can go there. Oh no, I want the jumping up. Jumping, jumping, jumping. What's Van Dijk's passing look like? 73, 71, and he does just fine. He does just fine. So 74, 76 will be good. And then I'd want it at jumping. I want his jumping at 90. Alright, this is where I'm at, fellas. 85, 85, 84 stamina. 88 heading, 90 jumping, 91 fizz. I want him on the ball to be decent. You're good, Futures. It's all good, buddy. Alright. This is where we're at. That's the build. A bit different than my one on eFootbase, but here it is. 3, 9, 5, 7, 10. Once again, starting at dribbling. 3, 9 on dexterity. 5 lower body strength. Aerial strength. 7, 10 defending. I'll explain. I like to get at least 95s on all my defensive stats, but aggression out of all three is fine if it's a little lower, especially for a build-up center back. Then, for a build-up center back who's going to be on the ball a little more, just in case you get stuck in those little areas, I like him to have good enough on-the-ball abilities, at least 70s if you can. As you can see here, I pulled that off. Like you see Company, not so much, but he's not meant to be on the ball. But you see Van Dijk, not so much either. Holy shit, very low for... But my Varane is definitely, and maybe I would put Varane in there. I just love Van Dijk. He's so dominant in the air and everything. And we got 193. Van Dijk's 195. 193. So we lose a little height, but that's okay. We have aerial fort now on both. Aerial fort and long reach on both of these guys. Van Dijk had long reach and visionary pass, which was nice to add. But KO's passing is a little bit better. He's better on the ball than both the center backs I've had in, so that would be perfect. And then good speed and acceleration for a center back. Remember, the defensive awareness is added in there too. So he's going to be able to catch up to attackers. Jumping and physical contact, perfect. Heading, I'm fine with 88. I send Company up on corners anyway. I only send one center back. And then we're good. Balance, I like to try to get to 70. 70, I have it on all of them, I believe. Let's make sure I'm right on that. 75, yep, at least 70. So honestly, would I start Cahill over Van Dijk? No, but let's see how the stamina works here. Now, to the backs. It's looking like that was costing me. Having them at midfield. So I'm going to do it like this. And then sub-tactic, I did not do that because quick counter, it's high line, compact. I don't need them spreading because it's going to be tough in that high line to recover. So I'm going to keep them regular left and right backs. And if you're wondering how I got Marcelo to be able to play center back, I used 1,000,000 position tokens. Now, I also have some skills. And it looks like my boy Cahill, let's see what they added on him. They lowered the on-ball dribble speed a little bit. Yeah. All right, so let's see what we got. Do I need to go get... The fuck? Game's geeking, bro. All right. I should have a bunch with no skills on them. But I just got to find them. Maybe not, though. Thought I went out and bought a bunch. Holy. Oh, scissors, inside bounce, no look, a bunch of bullshit. Alright, let's go buy some more. Hate having to do this. This is what I mean by, like, it's insane that they don't streamline this. Alright, let me get one that I don't have. Let's go with this, De La Rosa. Get a bunch of these. So the biggest thing we're looking at is this Highline Master. Does it make a difference? And if so, that pisses me off tremendously, because not that my Van Dijk does bad, but you know, typically you want to save your, like, bro, center backs out of all people, there's no reason why my center back should have stamina drain worse than like my wingers and shit. Like he had worse stamina drain than Marcelo and Zambrotta, who played left and right mid on offense and left and right back defensively. Talk about covering ground. Van Dijk, not only did Van Dijk stay back, guys, but remember, Van Dijk was just in a game with that stamina drain where my opponent, he could have took a nap and ate a sandwich. My opponent never was attacking. So to have that stamina drain there is scary. So we really got to get to the bottom of this. Maybe it was because when I had my wing backs at left and right mid, he had to cover more ground. We're going to find out. But that's not cool, dude. And I'm not saying, I think Company was messed up too, but a little bit different because he at least has a defensive playstyle. Build-up's considered offensive. This Highline Master is the difference between, which is a terrible name because it has nothing to do with the high line. But if you read it, it's the defensive version of build-up. So now let's go get these skills. De La Rosa, De La Rosa. All right. Where the fuck is that? There it is. All right. Let's add some skill. Oh my god, it froze again, guys. This game is cooked, dude. What is wrong with this damn game? If the leg length were 11, he might be more OP. Developer, this rating ain't correct. It's funny to find cards debuting with 108. The leg length is only 7. Apparently he's got short leg length, which I'm not really worried about. Van Dijk Big Time 2.0, it says. What is wrong with this game? I'm playing out wide. Do you think they drained it for out wide? Yeah, I just switched to it after the to this is my counter to out wide to overload. But I could play this system in possession, but that higher line's a bit different. That higher line changes things a bit. I mean, I guess my players are covering a lot of space for sure. Not my center backs, though. But you've seen the football that can be played. It's just incredible. It's worth it. So we'll see what happens, though. Well, if I can get the goddamn game to work. Excuse my language. I didn't mean to say God's name in vain. I apologize. All right, so reserves. De La Rosa. Skill training. 15 skills. Holy shit. I better get some good ones out of this. Fighting spirit. Inside bounce. Interception. Interception. Gamesmanship. I'm not using gamesmanship. I can tell you that right now. I like it, but they should have a secondary skills list. I could be using that. They should have secondary skills because there's just certain important ones that you're going to need to add. One touch pass. That's huge. Give me more of those. Another one touch pass. Another one touch pass. Get that out of here. Skill trick can be useful too, but again, there's just other important stuff. Through passing, that's huge. Skill training. Pinpoint crossing. Don't need that. I have a million of those. Flip flap. Huge. And last but not least. God damn it. Again, I said it. Sorry. I'm going to have to do a penance. Flip flap. Okay. Not too bad. Oh, we got one more. Long range curler. That leaves us with one we'll save for the birds. Okay, so what does Cahill need? I'm going to go to my handy dandy eFootbase. And I don't always go at this, so let's see what it says. Acrobatic clearance, he doesn't have that. One touch pass, through passing, low lofted, and scissors. Okay. Do any of my attackers need one touch pass? So, got it? One time shot. Wait. Messi doesn't. Yeah, he does. There it is. I was going to say, what? I think my boy over. I think one touch pass. Ronaldinho needs it. Ronaldinho needs it, so I'm going to get rid of the Marseille chop, long range, one time, fighting spirit. I got to get rid of Marseille or chop. I love my winger outside guys that have chop, but I love Marseille as well. He's got the blitz curler. I'm getting rid of long range shooting. I'm getting rid of long range shooting, boys. Flip Marseille. He's got one touch pass. I'm adding. Let's see what the old game says about what I have on here for him. Okay. Ronaldinho, skills. They're saying one touch pass, long range shooting, one time shot, fighting spirit, Marseille. Chop turn, I love though, dude. The chop turn's so OP. Does he need long range shooting when he has blitz? You know what I mean? Long range shot from outside the box that often hits the target. What do you guys think? Man, this is a tough one. I don't want to get rid of chop. I don't use it tremendously. He needs one touch pass. I'm getting rid of long-range shooting. Well, they say no chop. I'll get rid of chop. Oh, I love it on them. You know what? This is one that we ask ChatGPT. When you have blitz curler, do you truly need long-range shooting? Look up all the information online about this. I have a feeling you don't. What do you guys think? Because if you think about how that works, it gives you... But maybe you do, though. Key distinction, there are 3 different things. Curler changes trajectory of a controlled shot. Long-range curler improves controlled shots, just like blitz curler. Improves accuracy of shots from outside the box. So blitz curler... Long-range curler improves. So I always am hitting long-range curlers. And he has it. I'm not taking... But not according to this. Listen to this. Long-range curler improves controlled shots, including blitz curlers. Detailed testing found that long-range curler increases accuracy and even the pace of blitz curlers. So I have that. Long-range shooting improves accuracy from outside the box. But I'm not hitting a long time like a low screamer, for instance, like my Hullet needs long-range shooting. He needs long-range shooting because I'm not hitting curlers with him almost ever. He has long-range curler too, but like for Hullet, I'd get rid of long-range curler because I'm not hitting him. For long-range shots, it's out anything outside the box, but I already have the trajectory in topspin. It activates at 50% plus power. Konami explicitly describes it. So I got the spin and trajectory with blitz curler. I got the accuracy with long range curler. I just wouldn't have the accuracy of a regular long range shot, which I'll never take from him typically. But I probably do use that. I'm probably more likely to take a long range shot, especially with a creative playmaker, than do Marseille or Chop. Yeah, but it doesn't... All that long-range shooting does is improves accuracy of shots outside the box. Long-range curler improves controlled shots, including like long-range curler specifically for blitz curlers. Because that's a controlled shot, and it's more of an animation. It gives you spin and movement. But long-range curler is basically... It does what long-range shooting does, but for curl shots. So I have that. So think of the difference. A regular shot and a curler. I'm with Ronaldinho and Messi, I'm almost always hitting curlers. With Bellingham and Hullet, I'm hitting regular shots. So the idea that you guys are saying is basically like, oh, it's a double boost for accuracy, but it doesn't look like that on here. It looks like they're 2 different types of shots. But if I do hit a regular shot with Ronaldinho, it would be nice to have that boost. Because he's not at 95. So we'll get rid of the chop turn, even though, dude, it's so OP, guys. I'm telling you, it's so OP. So is the Marseille turn when you need it. But I'll get rid of that here. Because one-time pass is way more important. Player fusion. Alright. No, I went and got some sleep. I probably got like 2, 3, 4 hours. But yeah, we'll have to really study into that and look. But it looks to me like the long-range shooting is... It says outside the box, but long-range curler specifically for controlled shots improves the accuracy. So maybe there's a double booster there. Maybe not. That's what we don't know. Of course, Konami doesn't tell us. Yeah, so I'm reading it right now. Long-range curler improves accuracy on controlled shots. Long-range shooting improves accuracy on shots outside the box. But you get an accuracy boost already from long-range curler. So I'm like, oh. But on those occasions where I do hit a shot outside the box, I'd rather have that than a chop turn. Even though for wingers, chop turns are nasty. but I don't want to get rid of fighting spirit or any of that either. So I got rid of chop turn ultimately, but it was between that and long range shooting. And it's like, to me, it's diminishing returns probably. Like, I already got enough boost with everything I have on Ronaldinho. I probably didn't need long range shooting, whereas like having Marseille and chop, two different options, because they come in handy at two different times, because you can do a chop turn straight into a blitz curler and it literally like gives you a shooting boost or something. It's crazy. You guys got to try it if you haven't. But I'm going to go with the safer route. Boom. So we're complete. Now all my guys are truly good to go. One touch pass. Especially with this new system I have in the way I play, one touch pass is super important. Can't believe they didn't give it to my boy. Oh. I could have got rid of one-time shot, but you got to think about passes across the goal mouth and shit. They're already harder. All right, one-touch pass or one-time shot. One-touch pass, perfect. Hullet's got it, I know it. One-touch pass, perfect. Kale will eventually get it. But for Cahill now, I'm looking to add yeah, this game's full of that shit, dude. There's so many people out here. The creators disappoint me in this game so bad. Like, guys, I know people want to think it, but besides, like, the certain different boosters and different attributes for managers and, like, the different link-up plays now and stuff, the LBC for Capello is the same as the LBC for Deschamps. And Deschamps for whoever. And the possession or out wide or... There is no. Now, that will be cool if they did make it a little different and they try to do that with the little attribute boosters. But if one was more attacking, one was more out wide mixed with... That will be awesome. I hope eventually they do it. But it's a complete lie when these creators make videos and say, oh, the Capello long ball counter is the very best in... That it's all bullshit. It's bullshit. Look it up yourselves. And then when people were automatically assuming, oh, the positioning doesn't matter. It took me half an hour to do a test to show that the positioning of your players on the pitch where you move them to 100% does matter. Go check my positioning experiment. I show it clear as day, but people didn't even bother. They just listened to some random creator just say, oh, no, doesn't matter. The AI chooses depth. No. Maybe a long time ago or something, but no. It's the easiest test in the world. Again, positioning experiment. You can go check it yourself. Acrobatic clearance, through passing, low lofted scissor. Okay, so I'm going to add through passing now. And you know why the creators do that, though? Because it's views. Because they don't have true knowledge to talk about, so they just talk their bullshit. And that's what drives me crazy. Instead of actually testing it or just not talking about shit you don't know. Okay. Here we go. Gotta pay attention so I find the right one. Through passing on Cahill. Then I need low lofted if and when I can get it, especially for out wide. One touch, I don't have that yet. Once I can get it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And really that's it. Low lofted and one touch pass. But if you guys don't know why your center backs need it, remember your center backs win the ball, then they want to play it up the field. One touch or through passing is more important than one touch for center back. One touch, through passing, perfect. So we're set there. All right, and then he needs aerial something, doesn't he? Acrobatic clearance. I think I have that. But I have to look. I believe I have acrobatic clearance. I'm going to start at the bottom this time, because I think it will be at the bottom. Acrobatic clearance, acrobatic clearance, acrobatic clearance. Acro clearance, track back, that's good. Acrobatic clearance, track back. Finishing. Flip flap, acrobat, oh, finishing. Finishing, holy crap, it's all finishing. Super sub, I gotta add that to somebody. Double touch, cut behind and turn. Somebody was asking me about cut behind and turns. That's 4 acrobatic finishing. They should allow you to trade these in too once you get a certain amount. Clearance, there we go. Hell yeah, boys. All right, we're set there. Now, super sub, who's always coming in no matter what. For sure going to be a substitute. Double touch flip flap. Oh, he has super, and I need soul control here. Eze is always coming in. And he's super dangerous as he can be a CMF too. But I don't want to remove any of that. I'm not removing. I could remove chop on him as well. Substitutes. I'm going to save the super sub. I'm going to save the super sub and think on it. I'm going to save the super sub and think on it. We're good with our 2 outside backs here. Weighted lofted. My boy Zambrotta set. Petty V set. Track back and interception. Track back and interception. Marcelo set. Alright, we're going to be good for now. I'm going to move in. Did I get a fighting spear too? But let's just play. I feel like playing now. Alright, we're going to test this out. Left and right back, but they push further out wide. Let's just see how it goes. I'm going to use the restroom. Then we'll test out Cahill and see if his stamina is better. See how he does with that high line master compared to center backs without it. Guys, I just thought of something else too. I love Davids because if you think about it, I don't care about the defensive play style of my attackers necessarily. I don't care about the defensive play style of my front 3 or my keeper, obviously. So that leaves my back 4. My defensive mid is set because he's got defensive anchorman. Destroyer set, and I don't care about offensive play styles on them. So that leaves 5 players that you need to worry about really getting the defensive play styles on. Think about it. Don't care about them. Destroyers and anchormen have a defensive play style. And so here's my thing. Offensively, we know you're basically playing as a no play style player, and Davids is brilliant all around. So what I could do is this. What I could do is this. Like that. What I could do is something like this. And then do the same thing defensively. Boom. Boom. Do it like that. Close enough. And then there's that. And then there's that. Oh, I gotta change. I hate how you have to do that. I gotta change him defensively too. Don't forget to do that, guys. Now he can play DMF though. Boom. So that's pretty nasty. So now it's like this, see? All right. And they can break out from here. We're perfect. Boom, boom. Sub tactic. Ah, not attacking. God, I'm rushing. DMF. Boom. So now it's this with quick counter. Perfect. And then with regular out wide, it's this. And why we're testing Davids is just for some more stability because he's got the defensive play style. So let's test that out. Let's see if Davids does better than Bellingham simply for that reason. All right, we're rocking the new unis. Well, let's do it, boys. Let's get some games in. Cahill's first match. Not because Van Dijk did anything wrong, but because we're going to test that defensive play style and see if it makes this huge difference. Long free kick, Davids. All right. Let's do it, boys. Yeah, noob. I got a little bit of sleep, but yeah. I didn't want it to be all about that ratty bullshit last night, but it pissed me off. And then we just checked out Nick's stream real quick, and it was the same thing, bro. And I don't blame him, just pissed. And he lost the game just like the exact same thing as mine, basically. Then he gets chances all the way to the last second, and of course the opposing keeper is playing out of his mind. It's just like, that's where people say scripting, and you can't blame them. You know? So, we'll have to just see. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, please like, subscribe, comment, the whole nine, boys. It's much appreciated. Everything helps out. It would mean the world. Make sure your boy Nick knows what's up too. Let him know that we're trying to get him in the leagues and cups. He's a member, but it ain't like just because he's a member, I just got his contact info. And I truly appreciate it, dude. I appreciate every member out there, but you guys know how that goes. Of course, it's going to be a cool feeling. So shout out Nick. Shout out all the great content creators. Kick and run. We know what to expect. Holland Hazard, type mark. Holland Hazard. 3 back. Ooh, I could cook him on this. I might be able to cook this boy. He's going for crosses. So, no, we want Theo. No, but I'm not going to. Okay, I know what I got to do here, guys. I'm going to still go offensive and try to get him before he gets me. Okay? But I could sacrifice one side. I'm going to go how I go, bro. I'm going to go how I go. And then if I have to change up, because I was about to overthink and go Varane and Thuram. Notice how I don't know how to pronounce shit, so I just add a little, like, roll of my tongue in there, and, like, it makes me sound like I know their names. IQ a million move right there, boys. So Thuram, Varane, Hore, Bellingham, Hari Khan, and then but I'm not. I'm gonna roll out there like a G with my nuts hanging straight on the turf, and say, "You gotta stop me, boy. You gotta stop me, boy." What the? Okay. What the hell? Why in the hell would that go to him, by the way? Goal. Oh. It was so weird last night, noob. Trust me, I was on stream. You should have seen the weirdest shit I had to deal with, bro. Look at this. Oh my god. Is this dude nuts? I read it like a book. Dude, it keeps happening. And then there it is again. He's going through me. It's crazy, boys. Can I get him on console? And what does he play, the new Thiago? Oh my god. Can you believe this shit? Can I get him on console, though? Get out of here. What's he backing up for? Why is my defenders backing up like that? This is going to be one of these weird-ass games, bro. My defenders are just backing up on their own. That was David's, I think, or maybe it wasn't, but... Come on, win that. Come on, hold it. Overlap. Come on, David. Wrong player presses, by the way. Such weird-ass team play. What's his... Okay, Capella, never mind. Never mind, I don't want to switch anything up. There it is. There it is. This is what we've been waiting for. There it is. And then that was supposed to go to my striker, by the way. I didn't take my finger off sprint. Totally my fault. Yes. Oh, wait, but not even just Cahill. Okay, this is my first game with him, but I'm noticing all the players do goofy shit. Nice try. I know you were pulling my players out. Don't even matter. Come on, Messi. Good. Good run. Oh, my God. And then Ronaldinho can't play a regular ball. Give me a break. Get out of here. Such a joke. Such a joke. Look at this. Bro. How? Look at this, guys. Do these guys have on Smart Assist? Seriously? Look at this. Beautiful football. And then I couldn't shoot it. And it's a PK, thank God. I could not shoot it, guys. Beautiful football. Look at this. How does he take that touch? That's a shot and a half. Look at, why did he take that extra windup? Did you see where he went to shoot when I pressed shot? Why did he take that? Why would he take that shot? It's crazy. I deserve that 100%. When he wound his foot up is when I shot it. That was beautiful football, though, boys. Let's play some fucking ball. Let's go, you little pussy. Keep crossing all you want, bitch. Ooh, drive it back to your goalie. You're scary. You're scary. Your big bag crosses. Dude, how many times is this motherfucker just gonna run into me and I don't get the ball? It's driving me nuts, guys. Davids, I love it. Look at Messi. Look at Messi. What a goal. Oh my God, I'm on fire. That Messi, that's what he does, boys. That's what he does, boys. I'm mad now. I'm going to put more left wingers in there and cross on you. Cooking with chicken. What do they say? Cooking with some type of grease. Somebody give me that finish of that shit. I'm cooking with peanut oil now, boys. Hotter than chicken grease, boys. Alright. Let's see what he tries to pull on me here. Del Piero Holland. He's going Del Piero Holland. Not really worried about Theo and Trent. Yeah, out wide takes a lot of your stamina, I'm noticing. Holy shit. Did he quit? He quit? He subbed Del Piero and didn't even give him a chance to play. Why would he quit? Do you notice KL driving back in your filling box and being a lot more... Did you mean a lot more patient? I didn't really watch him there. Let's watch that back, though. I recorded that game, so let's watch that back. All right, perfect. So let's check this out. Hold on. Let me get it pulled up, boys. I think we got our next video right here. I'll show highlights of the other one because the other one was nasty. All right, yeah, you guys will be part of the video, but let me get my coaching pin up. Let's get the coaching pin going, boys. For this one, shout out to Example for watching for us, dude. That's what teamwork's all about, because I wasn't able to focus on it, obviously, while I was playing, but we'll go back and look at it now. Great stuff, brother. Thank you. There's my OBS setup if you're ever wondering. What does this setup look like? Well, there it is. All right. Let's get into this. What's up, everybody? OG here, and we are on stream, but we're doubling up with a video because it's something very important we need to go over. Gary Cahill, new member of the team, simply because my Van Dijk was running out of stamina so quick, it's ridiculous. All my players are, and it could have to do with out wide. I know they're draining stamina faster, and they reference long ball counter. Other players playing, for instance, possession, aren't having the problem. But the thing is, I get it for some players covering a lot of space, but not for my center backs. Even my build-up Van Dijk, I had a game where my opponent barely got the ball over half. He was literally able to eat a sandwich, take a nap, and still he ran out of stamina so much faster than normal. So I wonder, is that just from out wide, or does it have to do with not having a defensive playstyle? Well, we went out, we got Cahill, just got lucky. I couldn't have obviously picked to get Cahill. I want to make that clear. There's no secret trick. I got lucky. I got him out of the three big players in the pack. And so, of course, we build him up. You can see that build on my Discord or on eFootBase. 6'4", beast center back, aerial forward, as well as long reach tackle. So excellent on paper. But the big thing we're looking at is his Highline Master, which, by the way, dumbest name. Clearly some issue with the English language to Japanese and vice versa, because his skill with Highline Master has nothing to do with the Highline. It's literally the explanation of build-up, but on the defensive side of things. Konami just basically said, nope, instead of just build-up being a offensive and defensive thing, it's just offensive. You have to have Highline Master to have the stay in defensive shape and stay with your line, and to have that defensively. So Cahill has it, Highline Master, along with build up on the attack. We're going to see if there's a difference. And according to my boy Example, there was a huge difference, because what center backs, which you guys know this, you don't need to see examples, but despite a big win, a lot of great goals, my build up center backs, in particular Van Dijk, but also Varane, two great center backs, but defensively they're not doing as good as they used to with their positioning, with their involvement. So let's pay attention to Cahill here and see what we notice. So even though the play is going on, you can kind of double up. I want you to really pay attention to him. Obviously, offensively, we know he's built up. So this is normal, right? Center backs aren't doing much there. The game had a decent amount of delay to it, but still definitely better than a lot of games. Still playable, not complaining. It's just one of those things with eFootball you have to get used to, but doesn't matter. Still the very best football game, so it is what it is. And you'll see here, beautiful effort there. He has Holland. He gets one really good chance at heading too. I know heading's been buffed if you guys haven't noticed. But so have keepers, luckily, because that helps. Now, here's where we want to look. Keep paying attention as my opponent gets the ball. Sorry, your boy's just too good at keeping the ball, so we'll just have to be patient. But you get to see some beautiful football in the brand new Out Wide Tactics. Video's out now, by the way. You can check that out. A little out wide quick counter double up with Antonio Conte. And let's pay attention. Not much going there that you could see necessarily. It did look like Cahill fell behind for a short second there, where if the opponent timed it right, I might have been in trouble. It's been so much harder to tackle the ball. I've noticed that. That's just a huge mismatch. Marcelo's not beating Holland in the air there. So now we're back on offense. Not really what we're worried about. I can't believe that for Neuer. He has every passing play style or skill, every passing skill, in the book, and he couldn't take that goal kick. But he can save curlers. There was a time when that was an auto goal, so brilliant save. Now we're even. 1 blitz curler saved to 1 blitz curler saved. Fair enough. These are dangerous because of how dangerous headers are. We managed to get it out. A little bit of goofiness goes on here, by the way. Just some weird bounces. There's been a little bit of weird stuff like that. Force that one. If I could have that back, I'd take that back for certain. All right, so we're going to try to pause here. So right now, Company, remember, Destroyers have a defensive playstyle already. Build up, center backs do not. Build up is an offensive playstyle, meaning defensively, they're technically no playstyle center backs. In theory, you would think, just like no playstyle attackers work in regular before they added the defensive playstyles, it would be that same way where, we've all played no playstyle center backs, wing backs, all of it, and they play just fine. Right? If a lot of times we want the playstyle off, in fact. But in this case, it really does feel like however they did it, instead of going, I'll go a no playstyle center back Van Dijk, thank you. It's like, no. Right? There's like, it's just hard to fathom a world where Konami did not do this in order to screw us over and make all of our old cards useless. So let's keep watching here. But right now, we're good to go. But this isn't saying much because Destroyer and Build Up are both, and Highline Master are both active right now. If I had a Build Up center back without a defensive playstyle, that's really where I needed to test this. He might be pushed up out of position. We don't know. But over the course of these games, it seems like that's occurring. So let's keep watching and see if we notice a difference. All right. Very well done. So even just there, guys, you might not have noticed, but even just there, pay attention to where Cahill's at here. Right? He made what? 2 adjustments. Just watch this. Because this is what has been one of the problems. Players will kind of aimlessly wander back, and then they'll just be kind of standing there, but they're not really engaged, you can tell. It's almost like they don't even know the opposing players right there. Just watch very closely the 2 little adjustments that Cahill makes to get himself in the best positioning. Watch this. Just 2 little small adjustments. You got to watch really close. I'm actually even going to slow it down. Now watch. 2 minor adjustments, but they mean a lot if that ball would have got crossed. Watch. So here we go. 1, 2. Did you see it? Did you see it? That right there is huge because if Van Dijk just stays a little bit pushed over and then doesn't make the second little adjustment right in line, almost like mirroring Holland, that could be the difference between winning a cross or not. Watch it again. Those little adjustments mean everything. And I bet you if you do this with your footage, your build-up center back without that defensive play style is going to be a half a foot off mark or just not reacting to the attacker, even though they should mark up on them. It's as if they don't know they're there, they don't care. As opposed to what you see here. Once again, in case this cross comes, look at the angle for one, then boom, gets ready right here, and then boom, look, they mirrored each other's movements. So whether my opponent went for a through ball, a cross, or to feet there, my Cahill was ready to pounce. That's what we're looking for in this video. Those things matter, especially in tight games. And you may not realize how much it matters, but unfortunately, there we go. Thought that's where my opponent quit. Unfortunately, he does. But this is my second goal here. Takes me out. Penalty. I think that is where he quit there. So we're going to have to find better games than this, unfortunately. I want to show you where I shot this real quick, though. Yeah, I'm going to have to find a better game. False alarm on the video. I'm just going to need more, but I'll be able to get it, especially in AI divisions. Look, right here. You'll see where he winds up to shoot. Why didn't he shoot there, though? I've shot in a million of these. No, I'm not just holding the sprint button. I'm not just... Now watch. Touch, hit. Did you see where the power bar came up? Why not? Is it because he's seen the goalie? Right here. Beautiful layoff. Beautiful... Everything's brilliant there, right here. Why so long there? Look, you can see he's not sprinting. The ball's under his feet ready. Usually Suarez buries those very quickly, very calmly into the corner. But in this case, boom. Look at how much time he had, guys. Look at how much time he had. This is where people start screaming out script. This is where people start screaming out script, guys. It's not like the ball's way far and he's got to catch up to it. It's not like... I've done these a million times just like you have. And I was going slotted to the keeper's left. Thank you very much for coming. Good night. And instead, he just doesn't shoot it. He usually shoots those brilliantly on the run. Boom. You seen the little hesitation there where I powered up. So I don't get it. Some of those little things are driving me nuts. But at this point, it is what it is, right? What are we going to do? Yeah, so let's go test them out real quick for the sake of this video. Because I really would like to release this and help people out. Because I know they're going through this shit too. But here's what we're going to do, guys, for AI League. We're going to get Van Dijk in. Okay? So, bear with me real quick, right? The test here is simple. I go Company as a starter because he's got a defensive playstyle, Destroyer. I go Cahill, brand new. I'll tell you why I went and got him shortly. Highline Master, defensive playstyle, right? But then on the bench, we have Van Dijk, one of my favorite players in the game. I love Van Dijk, how he moves, his dominance in the air, dominance defensively. He's been in my team the entire time, and I do not want him not to start, right? And that's why when people see this, if they know how I am, know my channel, they're probably like, what is this? And it's based on two things. One, I wanted to see if the stamina drain had to do with bad positioning or if it has to do with out wide, just getting, just like LBC, more of a stamina drain. Because if you play, for instance, possession, your stamina tends to be okay. But out wide, just like they said with LBC, but I just don't remember them mentioning out wide, your stamina is done, even for my center backs, in games where the opponent barely gets over the half. But the main thing outside of that is the positioning, because what I'm noticing with a lot of players defensively is they almost are acting like they don't see an opponent. They act like they don't have a mark right there or don't have to be alert to what's going on. And you'll see, we just tested it very shortly before an opponent quit PvP, where KO makes these little adjustments. So we're going to test that now and go 2 build-up starters. I'll do it actually in the game so I don't mess up my team. All right, we're AI divisions here. And we're going to actively compare. I'm going to give up the ball on purpose at times. We're going to actively compare Van Dijk with build-up, no defensive playstyle, versus Cahill with build-up, and he has the defensive playstyle, which, if you don't know, Highline Master is just the defensive version of build-up. It has nothing to do with the Highline, dumbest name ever. It should just be called build up defensive. It's literally they stay in the defensive shape, actively working to stay in the defensive shape. That's literally it. So better positioning. And you do get that and more. So let's test it out though. Boom. Boom. Taking company out with a huge boost, but that's okay. And you also get a treat because you get to see my brand new out wide and quick counter tactics. And we'll go half and half. Don't care what my opponent's playing. We'll check it just because, okay? But you guys all know. So he's out wide, so this will be good. So now we're testing to see if Cahill's defensive movement. And shout out to, for example, Nothing, because he's the one who noticed this in the last PvP game to even spark this idea for a video. And that's how we roll. Even in the comments, getting that shout to put my wingbacks on left and right mid. And if the stamina is better for Cahill and we do get that, which I really think it's unrelated. I think the stamina drain has to do with out wide, guys. But if for some reason Cahill's got great stamina, then we'll probably go back to putting my wingbacks out. But I figured because it made my center backs cover even more space, putting my wingbacks on left and right mid on the attack hurt them. But it absolutely helps, guys. If you can afford to do it, changing your left and right mids from left and right back to, your left and right backs to left and right mids on the attack, it's a game changer. Just gives you so many more options all the way up to pitch. But that's okay, because we still got Zambrotta overlapping. Marcelo's not going to be nearly as aggressive, but we can still do this, and he'll be just fine. Start with a good cross early. Oh, that could be in. Oh, one player. How about another? He's got the good weak foot, guys. Oh, wow. I didn't press L1. From that angle, you got to press L1 if you want an early cross or kind of a cross. Now look at Cahill. Look at Van Dijk. They both seem fine to me there. Ooh. They both seem fine to me there. There was no attacking marks, though. There was no attacking marks. See if I can win this flick on. Now, I don't go for this many crosses typically, but I want to kind of get some breaks against me. I don't want to necessarily lose the game, but I want to get my opponent to get some chances against me. I'm also trying Davids as a destroyer because he's got defensive playstyle, not an offensive playstyle. Technically, offensively, he's operating no playstyle, so we'll see how he does. But pay attention to the backs. Look at Marcelo coming to the center to mark. All right. So far, not noticing it. Good. Use the width. And this is why I think the stamina drain is so big, because you're covering so much space, constantly switching the fields to open up stuff like this, guys. This is what you're opening up. Work it out to then go to the middle. Good save. And that's why this is so brilliant, because overload, you crush it. Because as they're sliding all over the field looking to press you like crazy, you can just quickly switch the fields and know it's going to be open. And even teams that play LBC and bet you guys have seen, you can dominate them too, because they still got to close you down. A little bit lucky, but we'll take it. All right, so here we go. They're going to have the ball right off the kickoff. And we're going to pay attention here. I'm actually going to control... No, I don't want to control Van Dijk. I was going to say I'll control Van Dijk. I'm going to pull Vieira out from helping. I don't know. So far... I'm not seeing a difference. I want my money back. No, Cahill's just fine. But it's worth the test, man, to help you guys out. And it still could be there. We'll find out. So offensively, look at how he drops back. But technically Van Dijk does that too. But here we go. Let's see. Well, I manually pressed there. So I'll tell you what's happening, though, for sure. I'm just going to pass it bad on purpose. All right, it's going to be micro little movements, so you got to really pay attention. Oh! Man marking my winger, I see. Cahill, what a ball. Good one-touch pass coming through. All right, here we go. Pull Veer out of the way. Let's see what happens here. I'm not going to press. I'll press there. I mean, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? To me, I'm seeing similarities. Oh, gave away the ball. Let's see here. I want to do the L2R2 and I didn't do it. I think it could have worked there. Good there. But I'm really like what I'm seeing from Van Dijk too. It's actually promising for me. It took too long. Micro adjustments, but Van Dijk seems to be driving back as well, just not as good awareness. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see. Look here. All right. Not bad. Pretty good positioning. So now we got to get some attacks down Van Dijk's side. And I'll go back and comment on this and watch it later. There's too much time in between. I don't want to necessarily throw the whole game away, which is what I'd have to do to get constant. All right, here we go. Davids is just too good. Oh, no way. Thought I'd be able to explode through that. Oh, I wanted Suarez to Ronaldinho, but I didn't super cancel. Dude, Davids, as a no play style offensive player, a beast. Let's see it. Let's see it. I super canceled, but I thought I was in the path. Look, here we go. Dude, I'll tell you one thing. Davids is on it every time, dude. Everyone knows how annoying Davids is to play against, and it's almost like I got to sub. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. This is what I got to do. I got to get Davids out of there, but that's good. Davids is a new starter for sure. I'm going to leave him unprotected. Raw dogging it. No DMF. Here we go. Look at Van Dijk. I mean, he's in good position to where once I switch to him, because you don't want him to like win the ball necessarily, but Van Dijk has been too. Oh, we didn't check the stamina. So what was it? Just that game, guys? What the fuck is going on here? Did I do red line for a little bit in that game and not remember it? Let's think about this. I have it recorded. I can go back and check. But did I just waste 20 bucks on Cahill for no reason? Did I maybe use red line? Maybe they were around here. Let's see how the game goes. No red line. But you see his team's in green. Watch all his players. His team's in green and they're in out wide. Okay? I'm in out wide though. They're in out wide. I'm in out wide. They're in out wide. I'm in out wide. Both 89 proficiency. What in the fudge am I missing, guys? No red line. I just played a damn cross to him. All right, here we go. Another chance. Ooh, this could be dangerous. I didn't switch. That's my fault. All right, now I'm going to try to... No, your fault's not... Dude, what do you mean your fault? For example, you did nothing wrong, bro. I saw the adjustments last game. Totally not on you, bro. That's a good call, actually. And they're obviously doing something different because everyone's talking about it. You're not wrong. But just this game, it could also be because of my opponent. There's something there. It was worth it. Here we go. And there still could be something there. We just got to see. Zambrota. I want to see how he feels on the ball. Feels good. Obviously, I was doing too much with him on purpose there. Trying to see if I can stretch his stamina out or if it will go on its own. Look at Messi. Oh, he's offside. Oh, he got it. What the fuck just happened there? This game's doing the weirdest shit, dude. I'm going to let him steal it. Bro, will you take the ball? Ooh, cool kid, cool kid, cool kid. Yeah, I'm starting him for sure. I mean, he's sick. He's definitely... I don't see why... What do people mean, no aura? I know what that means. I've seen players like that before, but I don't see it with Cahill. He seems just very... very... like, well-positioned. Like, a good football IQ. Good. Van Dijk's a monster, though, too, you know? Like, that's how Van Dijk plays, what you just seen there. I don't think I had... All right, let's see what we got. Cahill. Beautiful marking, Cahill. Perfect. There's the through balls you gotta love from Neuer. Oh, look at Messi's run, bro. Oh, I tried to do a Marseille turn. I don't have the chop on him anymore. Oh, no, that's Ronaldinho I took the chop from. I do. Son of a bitch. Let's see it. Scared him. All right, I'm going to try to go coast to coast last second. But let's see the stamina real quick. Okay, we see where we're at. Bro, that's how my guys normally are. Hullet's dead. Look, this is how it normally is. So what? Did I go red line? And look, it doesn't matter. It's the wing backs and out wide. So I'd have to make sure I do this. Substitutes. It'll be Van Dijk on there. So Van Dijk would come in right here. Probably want Varane though, because he's better on that outside. I'll probably go Varane, honestly. Or I could go Desai. But I go Varane over Desai. Tough choice. This is how I do it. Sub them. And then the other three that I need subs for are my two AMFs, which would be either Nene. Could be Pele, but Nene. Did I remove Eze? I thought I had Eze. Oh, I brought in. I'd go Maldini, actually. I'd go Maldini. So I go like this. Maldini. If I want to sub, it would be Van Dijk. Or that would be Company and Cahill. I sub in Maldini. I'll probably go Varane there, honestly. Have Varane. Maybe Varane and Desai. So it would be Thuram. Anyways, alright, so then I'll go Yamal here. If I could. It won't let me. Guess that's my 5 because I subbed earlier. Eze I already brought in, so that's fine. So typically that wouldn't be there. And then I would sub Ibra in for Louis. Or I could go Pele if I wanted someone coming too. So to be safe, that's probably what I'll do. To be safe defensively. So we'll have Company and Cahill. Then we'll have Van Dijk, Thuram, and Maldini, just in case. Davids and Hullet are starting. We'll have Bellingham, Rodri, and Mecha, and Pirlo. And then attacking-wise, we'll have these boys. Eze, Yamal, Pele, Neymar, and Ibra. So that's how we'll go. Check out the videos out right now, the out wide tactics. You'll love them. Well, I don't know how you play, but if you love keeping possession of the ball while isolating defenders, you'll love them. All right. So I think that was just that game, and we got to remember, I was up like 4-0. I don't think I went red line against them, but I might have, and then maybe didn't remember, or just that game there's a lot more movement. But here's how we're gonna go. Either way, it's fine. I would have ended up spinning those coins anyway. For the culture, I wouldn't mind getting Dumfries if I could even get him, though. If not, but Dumfries, here's the reason I don't want to waste it on Dumfries. He does not have a defensive playstyle. So if I'm going to get new cards, I at least want that. Elliot Anderson does, and so does Rodgers, who are great. But I already have my subs there. So here's what we got. Ibra for Suarez, Neymar for Ronaldinho, Yamal for Messi. Pele and Eze could go either AMF spot or even forward. So they're both utility. Pirlo, if I want just a beast playmaker. in the CMF spot. Bellingham is more offensive but could go CMF or AMF. Pirlo is more defensive CMF, so that's good. Rodri, real defensive orchestrator, so I don't care if I have double orchestrator because Rodri's almost like a second anchor man. I have my anchor man. Then, left back and right back defensive, and an extra build up, which I could go destroyer there. But I'm going to go build up. But, as sad as it makes me feel to do this, because he does not deserve this, I like Desai. I know it's a destroyer. Oh, no, not this. What am I doing? Varane. I know it's like you would think, well, Van Dijk and him are both build up, but Varane is just better on the ball. You'll see his stats here shortly. And where I'd put him is like a faux left back, which is going to be monstrous for winning headers and stuff. I could put him in for a variety of different. He'll do pretty good out there, even taking the ball up some. He's not going to be as good as Marcelo on the ball or Zambrotta, but still very good. So Van Dijk goes straight into the reserves with Desai, which sucks. But this is how I'm going. The biggest talk is that his leg length is only 107. But I like this positioning. I like what he brought to the table. If for some reason it doesn't feel good, then we'll go back to Van Dijk. Cahill will go on the bench. Varane will go into reserves. But for now, we're going this. Yeah, but here's the reason why I don't really mind. Because I love Ronaldinho. I love him. I love this Messi card's insane. You guys just seen that. These both. And Louis incredible. And I don't care about a defensive play style for them. I'm not saying it doesn't help. But then again, bro, the stamina's draining bad. I imagine those players with the defensive craziness going too. You know, have a terrible stamina drain, right? Because think about it, their stamina's already draining. Now, you got the front line, whatever, pressing like crazy. How is their stamina going to last past like halftime? Think about it. He's a long reach tackle and visionary pass, for example. So I'm going to stay put with these guys. I'm going to stay put on Dumfries because if I'm going to get somebody else, they're going to have a second play style, which was worth getting Cahill for that reason to test out. And I love David's, his activity. He's so active offensively and defensively. And depending how he keeps doing, Bellingham might get replaced by another destroyer. Because you know the destroyer that I absolutely love, guys? But he could also come in for whole player Bellingham and be fantastic. So that's really where Bellingham comes in there. And then David's can be replaced by Pirlo. But, you know, I'm close to putting Caicedo instead of Pirlo, guys. You know what? But Pirlo's been so good. I'm not going to do it yet. But that Caicedo World Cup card is phenomenal. And the reason why this Davids is good, defensive playstyle. Defensive playstyle. Gives me great coverage. Hullets running through the middle. Although I'm missing... Oh, no. I was about to say, so you think, okay, well, you're missing that second whole player running aggressively. But that's the thing. This Davids is great on the attack too. Is he as good as Bells? No, of course not. But he's still very good. And he can finish the ball. He's got 80 finishing. He's got a good weak foot when he does use it. It's accurate. So, having that extra activity defensively, I believe, is the move here. And you guys get this exclusive because this is not in my video. In my video for tactics, I have Bellingham there. But this is what I urge everyone to do anyway. I tell them, go off of this as a reference and then tweak it to fit how you play. It might be wingers instead of AMFs. It might be 2 strikers. It might be 2 DMFs, 1 CMF. But overall, it gives you a good idea of how wide works and how I work this into. And I love the football you can play in this. So I got to go rest. I hit a wall. I can feel it. But you guys drive me, man. You guys are awesome. I couldn't let that last stream define me. I think they're important to have streams like that. I probably don't have to go as crazy on the pieces of shits and the losers and to these rap players, but I don't feel bad for them necessarily. I just don't want to give you guys a headache having to listen to that shit as long as you did. So if you stayed with me through it and you understand, I appreciate you. Hopefully you guys know I just care about this game and how, however these rats, like whatever's attracting them, I hope Konami, whether on purpose or accident, just nips it in the butt. Because otherwise we'd all be having so much more fun. Win or loss, doesn't matter. Kind of like what we do in the community where you guys get games with each other, have the league. There's still competitive chip, people are going at each other. It gets a little chippy. People get for real mad, but then it's like still all in good competitive fun. Whereas in this crap, the rats can ruin it all the time. But we dominated them today. We're going to keep going that route. Remember, the way I do it is if I come up against possession, I play my sub-tactic quick counter. If I play against anything else, long ball counter, long ball, out wide itself, or quick counter or overload, I go out wide. You could go quick counter versus quick counter, obviously, and you could beat overload with quick counter. Defensively, they'll be in trouble because you'll have just as much pressure as them almost, but your whole team's not sliding, so it's not quite as compact. But it wouldn't be worth it, in my opinion. So that's that. Appreciate it, Coopermon. For example, you're a beast. I'm glad I got Cahill, dude. Thanks for your help there. Blacks, thank you. Profound. All you got. Profound! Holy shit! Bro, I was just asking about you in the I didn't realize you're the one who asked it. I didn't put it together. Profound used to always be in the Discord. He's an OG. And then he must have been busy and stuff. But Profound, how crazy is it? When you left, we were probably like 10, 15 people. Now we're at like 600, 500, whatever. 1,800 to 5,000 or close to. Climbing to that. Kind of crazy, man. But I'm glad you're back, bro. We don't always agree, but he loves the game, and that's all we want is passionate people that are willing to help the community out and that want to have the most fun in the game. So we'll keep that going. Make sure you like, subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more content. There's literally a video that dropped while we were on possession, guys. So check that out. The possession video is now out. It's been out for 30 minutes, so you got a video to check out right away. There you go. And then I will see you guys next time. You're the best. Peace.